Storytime. He looked out at the field of beheaded warriors, and in his hands he held the head of the Pumpkin King. He had won. Storytime.
The lad decided to do the honorable thing and share his treat with Mother. Oh.
Storytime. It was clear that a romance was blossoming between them. No! A romance lasting a lifetime. Storytime. She stared at the gown and thought, yes, this is something my husband would wear.
Storytime. The receptionist's dark secret was that the computers were only used for Minesweeper.
How did you know?
Storytime. Sadly, only one cookie remained in the store.
Sorry, boys. Daddy's getting that cookie.
Storytime. The man came to the bus stop every day to pick up hot chicks. Storytime. This was the moment the lad would propose to the girl.
No.
Storytime.
She had no clue she was about to run into a bridge that was nowhere near.
Would you say?
Storytime. With that girl, he knew he was now ready to beat up that kid Jimmy at school for stealing his milk.
Stupid Jimmy.
Storytime.
The ladies congregate here every day to scope out the hot dudes.
Yeah, we do.
Storytime.
It was common law that a flower be presented to the loveliest lass.
Well, and of course that's me.
Storytime.
Of all the works of art in this room, she was the loveliest.
Storytime.
In every group of friends, there's the dumb one.
Really?
Storytime.
Little did she know the mysterious figure creeping up behind her. Storytime. Here she comes, the queen, able to kill men with a single stare.
You better watch out, honey.
Storytime.
The man's butt scratching was complete.
Dude, what?
It was delightful.
True. What? Storytime. At last, the two came together for a tender kiss. Oh. Storytime.
She had been waiting her whole life for someone to sweep her off her feet.
And can you feel? Storytime.
On this blessed day, the two proclaimed their love. Oh, shoot, guys, okay?
Storytime. The girl loved smelling her phone. It filled her with delight. She sniffed once more.
Storytime. He was a gracious soul, offering food to those in need. His kindness...
Storytime.
The man knew exactly what to do to embarrass his son. Storytime. One of these men forgot to check their flies. That man was me. These three were fine.
Storytime.
The two were models, and they loved to strut their stuff.
Storytime. She heard that a kick would release a free movie. She heard wrong. Storytime. It became clear to them that one of them had let out a huge fart.
Storytime. No matter how fast he ran, he could not escape the demon, but he would not let his soul be taken today.
Storytime. The man was about to step on a snake! On a snake! But he missed it.
Storytime. With this final bag, she had completely disposed of the body.
Oh, my cover.
Storytime. He ripped into the bagel ravenously as if tearing into the carcass of a dead gazelle.
Dude.
Storytime. The woman was alone, but she seemed to be haunted by ghosts of her past.
You're haunting me.
Storytime. The girl offered him a flyer, but he refused, but she gravely insisted. Storytime. And that's when they became horribly lost.
Are we lost?
No.
He lied.
Stop it.
Disney pranks with friends. Do you trust me?
What?
Do you trust me? Wrong choice!
Oh my god!
Spiro, go! You sky attack.